Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Mic check. Welcome to the P-Ave Perspective, where we bring truth to the table, shine light on the struggle, and work together to build better personal lives, stronger neighborhoods, and wiser communities. Good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Mr. O'Neill, and tonight we're talking about something that every man should hear at least once. At least once in his life. Every man should hear it, and that is 10 signs she's ready for a real relationship. 10 signs that she's ready for a real relationship. That's it. Fellas, how do you know when she's really ready for a relationship and not just tired of being single? Tonight, we're breaking down the 10 signs a woman is mentally and emotionally ready for a serious, committed relationship. Hey man, thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Whether you're watching the live stream or whether you're watching the repost later on Facebook, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. A great week. And hopefully everybody is up for having a great weekend this weekend. But brothers, drop a 100 in the chat If you've ever got caught up with the wrong woman and paid the price. If you've ever got caught up with the wrong woman and paid the price, drop a 100 in the comment for me. Ladies, don't be shy. Let's talk about it together. Y'all can chime in too. Y'all can chime in too. Let's keep it real, man. These days, black men and women are hurting each other in relationships due to unhealed trauma, broken communication, and a lack of guidance. We doing it wrong, man. Broken homes start with broken people. If you want stronger families, we have to start making better relationship choices. And that starts with being able to recognize who's really ready. Let's keep it real, man. Like, everybody want a relationship. Everybody want a relationship. Relationships are natural ways of life. Everybody want a relationship. So I'm not talking to the people, to the men who just want a relationship. Everybody want to relate. Everybody want to have relations, and everybody want to have relationships. But what the relationships I'm talking about now are life relationships, lifelong relationships. And let me say this as a man. I've had relations, you know what I'm saying, in relationships my whole life, but I really didn't get ready to have the relationship or that relationship or to meet my person, as they like to say nowadays. I didn't get to that point until my late 30s. And what I mean by that is, like I said, everybody wants a relationship, but as men, as people in general, but we speaking to the men tonight. As men, I don't truly feel you are ready for that relationship or ready to meet your person until you realize what you're here for. What you're here for. And we don't discuss it nowadays, but like I said, my mindset and how I live my life is based on a certain group of principles. And like I said, I didn't, figure it out until later on in life that we are here for a purpose. It's just not happenstance that we were blessed with the life that we live. It's not by happenstance. Everybody, I believe, was put on this earth to serve a purpose, to help make this world a better place. Now, some of us are never gonna, live up to that. Some of us are never gonna even figure that out. And that's cool, I guess. But once I figured out who I was, my purpose here on life, then and only then could I really start to say, I want to look for the woman that's for me. I want to look for the woman that's for me, because all my past relationships, I understood that and even let them know that we're not guaranteed to be together forever. So I focused on making the best of that particular situation in that particular time. But I made sure to let people know, women know that, hey, this is not guaranteed forever. I haven't figured it out yet. I'm figuring it out as I go. And I haven't figured it out yet. So that's the key. That's the key in this thing that we call life. I don't really feel like we are ready until we figure out who we are, what our purpose is, and what we were meant to bring to this world. Because then and only then can you really pinpoint the characteristics, the qualities, and what you really need in a mate to help you reach your true potential. Then and only then. When I was running around, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had a plan. My plan was to get money. So in that sense, I let the women involved know, hey, this is what I'm on right now. If you're not on this, there's no use in us even wasting each other's time. This is what I'm on. I need somebody that's on this page, you know what I'm saying, that's doing. Now, at the same time, I have my dreams. I have my goals. So I understood that while you're helping me, true, I want to help you too. Because as a man, I understood we're not guaranteed to be together forever. So I don't want you to come into my life and help me do what I'm doing and build what I'm doing without accomplishing what you want to accomplish. And me helping you work toward accomplishing what you are setting out to accomplish. So that was the understanding with all of my relationships. Like, this is for me, this is what I'm building. Like, what do you want to do with yourself? Because since I know we're not guaranteed to be here forever, I don't want to be the only one benefiting from this relationship. And when I walk away better than I came into the relationship with, but you don't. That's not how it works on any level. I tried to make sure, yeah, you're helping me, but I want to help you too, because if we get to that point where we separate, I want you to leave this relationship better than you came into it, just like I'm going to leave her better. So it's real in the field. So to the fellas, like, I'm speaking on this to y'all because when I got to the point where I was ready for the woman that was for me, the woman that would walk life with me and aid me and assist me in achieving my purpose, I had to then look at all the past relationships, look at all the negative qualities, look at all the characteristics that I've dealt with, look at my boundaries, and I had to come up with the things that I was looking for in a mate. And man, let me say this too. Let me say this. In this cookie cutter world that we live in today, everybody feel like everything is supposed to be like fast food. It's supposed to just, and that's not how it works. I talked last week about the women that nowadays are, okay, I'm ready for a man now, and now I want to choose the man. I want him to be into me. I want him to be all about me. I want him to know how to please me, and we should be ready to get married within 3 to 6 months. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. And for my fellas, man, look here. We have it even worse. I'm going to just keep it real. We have it even worse because society is pushing against us. So what we don't have is we don't have time to be messing up. We really don't have time to get it wrong. Because I'll tell you and I'll be honest, you know what I'm saying, and I'll be straightforward. In my personal life, I got it wrong. That shit led to me going to prison, spending time in prison. Now, don't get me wrong. I, spent time on my own. I've made bad decisions on my own in the streets, but when you get to a point where you're ready to settle down, you're in the mindset and you choose who you think is for you, and you do everything that you can to make that right, but then situations outside of your control attacks that and tries to destroy that, that's the worst feeling in the world. So you have to make sure you get it right. If you don't, it will cost you. It will cost you dearly. But let's get into these signs, man. Let's get into these signs. Let's get into these signs. The 10 signs to look for that will tell you if she's ready for a serious, committed relationship. Not just a relationship. Anybody can get into a relationship, like I said. But number one, just like I said with the men, she knows who she is. She's not out here looking for a man to fix her or fill a void. She's solid by herself. She knows who she is. That's a given. That's a given. Because if she haven't realized who she is, let me tell you this, like, it is easy by birth you're a woman. You know what I'm saying? By certain standards, you could be a good woman. And I've trust me, I've seen this. I've seen good women. I've been around good women my whole life. But just because she's a good woman, that doesn't mean she's going to be a good wife for you. Your person is for you. Your person is for you. And the one thing that I know is when she knows herself, she knows who she is. She knows her value. You know what I'm saying? She knows what's valuable, what she holds that's valuable to other people. She has her identity. She knows who it is. So it's no question. It's no question. And let's keep it real. So many women don't know who they are, man. So many women don't know who they are. That's why so many women are trying to be like their favorite reality TV star. They're trying to be like their favorite, singer, songwriter, rapper. They're focused on, they really trying to find themselves. And for a man who's ready to take that next level in life, the last thing you need is somebody who's trying to figure it out. The last thing you need is somebody who's trying to figure it out. You need to know that she knows who she is, she's confident in who she is, and she's ready. That's number one, man. That is number one. Number two, and this is crucial. All of them are crucial, but number two, she's emotionally stable. She knows how to manage emotions without drama, games, or toxic behavior. Like, it's crucial. It's crucial because, man, look, life be life. We know that. Life be life. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have everything in the game thrown at you in life. In order to achieve greatness, like me, I'm striving for greatness. In order to achieve greatness, the last thing I need is somebody who's emotionally unstable, somebody who, can't manage their emotions. And so many of, like us, period, as black people, I swear to God, I hate to say this, but it's true. We don't know how to manage our emotions. We have been conditioned to the point where violence, is applauded. Violence is applauded. And, like you said, standing on business and you know what I'm saying? Like, we not our ancestors. That mentality right there shows that we are not emotionally stable. When we are so quick to meet negativity with negativity, when we are so quick to meet violence with violence, we are not stable. We are not emotionally stable. And that comes from our upbringing. That comes from trauma and stuff like that we've witnessed in the past or that we've been through in the past. It comes from so many different things. But if you are not emotionally stable and you don't know how to manage your emotions and you still into the drama, the game, the toxic behavior, even hanging around that type, even hanging around that negativity, you're not ready. And fellas, we see it. We see it. I call it. I don't have to call nobody out on what they do, but I see it. And just like I said, I understand it. Whether it's the negative friends, whether it's the negative family, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, whether it's, out in the streets. Women these days have this saying that they need a man to handle them. In the times that I've been told that in my life and really watched it, I realized that's the thing about it. They're not emotionally stable. So a woman could set them off, make them go off. The wrong situation, them being in the wrong situation can set them off. You know what I'm saying? But that is not constructive to you as a man. Having a woman who's not emotionally stable, who goes off, or who's triggered, or who just like I tell people, some people have been dealing with negativity and toxic stuff for so long till they're addicted to it. If you actually take them out of the environment, you know what I'm saying? They couldn't function. They used to it, and we have to start recognizing it. And like I said, I posted on Facebook the other day. I said a person is constantly stressing that she don't mess with toxic people and toxic behavior, she usually toxic. Because balanced, sane people who are not toxic and who are emotionally stable, we don't even have to address people like that. We don't even have to waste the energy to tell nobody that we don't deal with that. We simply get away from it. We simply, you know what I'm saying, stop indulging. Simply as that. So don't be fooled, fellas. We have to pay close attention, because one thing I recognize about women, man, women are the best at hiding stuff. The best. The best at hiding who they are. The best at, like, think about it. Think about it. We see it with fake hair, fake eyelashes, makeup, you know what I'm saying? Everything. They become a whole different person, a lot of them. You wouldn't even recognize them when they strip it down to the bare minimum. So women are good at that. Now, don't get me wrong. Men are good at lying. A lot of men are good at lying. I'm not a liar. But where women are good at hiding stuff and not telling people, which is lying to me, men are just flat out as lie. So just like I said, while we while men are trying to we as men, women are trying to figure out if we lying or not. Like, we have so many different things that we have to try to look for in women, man. And they are so good at hiding it. They are so good at hiding it, to the point where many women have admitted to me that women have a representative. They've admitted that you don't even get to meet the real woman right off. You don't get to start meeting the real person until they are comfortable with you and they feel like, you know, you digging them and you liking them and this is the third. Then gradually they start, you know, and don't get me wrong, like, people can deny it. I know women, a lot of women who have readily admitted that. They're not going to let you see you know what I'm saying, with their hair out. You know what I'm saying? Until they get comfortable. They're not going to let you see them without their makeup until they get comfortable, they whole makeup. And so it makes it that much harder to try to figure out what we're dealing with and really find what we're looking for, man. So we have to be diligent. We have to be diligent. Number 3. Let me see. Good evening. Hey, Miss Alicia. Thank you for watching. Mama Joanne, thank you for tuning in. I see you. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all say hi to my other mama, man. I be talking about my mamas. I hate to just get off subject. I be talking about my mamas and the women who made the biggest impact in my life, and that's one of them, man. Y'all say hi to Mama Joanne in the chat. Hey, man, that's what's up. But number 3, she communicates clearly. No guessing games. She says what she means and listen to understand when it's your turn. Like, this is a major one. All of them are major, but this is a major one, because that's one of the biggest things. That's one of the big, and don't get me wrong. I'm far from the man who feels like women should just shut up and listen. No, I'm a talker. I like talking. I'm a businessman. I'm an idea man. So I like bouncing ideas off people, especially women, to get that other, you know, aspect and get, but it's so hard for people to communicate. One of the things that drive me and always have drove me as a man is those situations where you clearly see, let me say this, as a man, the men that are attentive, like myself, I can sense when my woman is not right. I can sense it. In the way she act, the way she talk, I can sense it. And most real men who are about that, they attentive like that. So when we see, we are quick to, hey, what's wrong? Because as men, we are problem solvers. Let's just get that right. Like, I learned that we can't solve half of the problems that women go through. We can't. But at the end of the day, we are problem solvers. So with us, it's like, if something wrong, tell us what's wrong so we can figure out how to make it right. Simple as that. Simple as that. So in those scenarios where it's, oh, nothing. Then 3 days later, you want to talk about, you know, what you was going through 2 or 3 days ago. Like, that is not effective communication. That is not how healthy, balanced people do it. Me, on the other hand, as a man, that's it. Like, I want to say what I have to say, talk about it, deal with it. We agree or disagree, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, and put it behind me so I can go on. I'm not with that extra. And that's, like I said, that's the man aspect of it. But she had to be able to communicate, man. She had to be able to communicate what she's going through, what she needs from you. Or just like, hey, I'm just dealing with issues, you know what I'm saying? I'm good. Don't worry about it. I got it. But to, like I said earlier, to, oh no, I'm good. Oh no, I'm good. Oh no, I'm good. And I say, okay, I'm charging that to the game and being good. When you come back later talking about that, I'm already in the mind state that you was good. Because that's what you communicated to me. So if you can't communicate, if you the person like me, I'm gonna tell you this. With me, this is, you know what I'm saying, my flaw, and this is how I handle it. In dealing with my kids, I've always told my kids, you can talk to me about anything, you can tell me anything. We know as parents, there are some things that they tell you that would throw you off, throw you to left field. With my second daughter, because I didn't have a relationship, I didn't have the closeness on my part with, you know what I'm saying, my first daughter. We weren't as close because I wasn't around. She stayed out of town, and like I wasn't in her life like I needed to be. So I learned from that, and I made it my business to make sure to build a better relationship with my second daughter. And that was the key, the foundation of that relationship was, you can talk to me about anything. Now, at those times when she came and said stuff that blew my mind, I was focused, I was balanced enough as a man to be able to say, don't say nothing right now because you might say the wrong thing. And I had enough control to say, let me get my head together and I'll come back to you later and we'll talk about it. Let me, you know what I'm saying, wrap my head around this. Let me digest this first because I don't want to say the wrong thing based on feelings and emotions. So I was able to pull up. That's one of the things that I feel like really got me by as a man. Knowing well enough to say, okay, I'm not going to speak on this right now because I'm in the right headspace. And that's even later on in life in dealing with women. Like, I'm a talker. When I talk, if I talk to you and you can communicate with me, that's good. But if you can't communicate and you have to raise your voice or you have to do like so many women do, well, you did this. That's not what we're talking about right now. But if you're that type of person, I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. And I'm going to tell you, like, that shows the balance in a man. The imbalance in a man is when that same scenario and he's unable to control his emotions to the point where he can't walk away from it because he sees it getting out of control. And when he can't walk away from it and you standing there with it and he meets you with it, that's what, you know what I'm saying, that's the negativity. That's the bullshit. And real men are not dealing with it. Real men are not dealing with it. So if you are that type of person, you know what I'm saying, and this is what killed me with our women. I've never heard a woman say, I had a good man and I messed up. Never. But if you ask some of these men, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like she didn't know how to communicate, she this and she that and she this. And go back and ask that same woman, hey, I've done it. This is what I'm telling y'all. I went back and asked that same woman, hey, what happened between y'all? He said that you couldn't communicate, you know, this is the third, he talking, this is the third. They'll write it off as he couldn't handle me. He couldn't handle me. Will never take accountability for the fact that you need to be able to handle yourself if you was a balanced woman, especially if you say you're ready for a committed relationship. You should have personal balance. You should be able to communicate clearly. You should be able to say what you mean what you state, and listen to understand and not to respond. Hey, tell her I say hi. Tell her I love her too, mama. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. That's my other family, y'all. Got so much family in there. Bean, what's up, bro? I see you in the background watching, man. I see you in the background watching. But sign number 4, she's healed from her past. This is crucial, man, because like I said, people in general, but women more so. And let me explain. I hate to have to keep explaining stuff, but when I say women, and then I say women, I know it's a lot of women out there say, well, men do this to me. I don't deal with men like that. I don't deal with men like that. So I can't speak on that. I spoke last week on, you know what I'm saying, what the women look for. This week, I'm speaking on what the men should look for. But if she's still talking about her ex more than her goals, she ain't ready. She not ready. She not ready. And let's just keep it real. I go on Facebook dating profile, and these are women who looking for men who say they ready for committed relationships. These women claim to be looking for marriage. Yet, if you read the dating profiles, 90% of the stuff they talking about is what they don't want based on somebody else or past relationships or some other guy that they talk to or what some other guy told them. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. A balanced person that's ready for a relationship, a balanced woman that's ready for a relationship, that don't bother her. That don't bother her because it takes, when you click and talk to a man and he can't communicate, simply, hey, I see you can't communicate, have a good day. I hope you find what you're looking for. It's not that serious. It's not that serious. Like, if I put on this dating profile, hey, this is me, this is who I am, this is what I'm looking for. That's what it is. My only duty after that is to realize who is not compatible and get away with it. I'm not going to go back and change my whole profile to say, well, if you still do this, then don't talk to me. If you still doing this, then don't talk to me. If you don't understand men, then don't that shows that you haven't healed. They haven't healed. They haven't. They haven't, because the future is the future. If you're not talking about what I'm talking about and you're not on the same page that I'm on, it's nothing to talk about. Why would I then have to go to Facebook and say, oh, these women are this, or these women are that, or these? No. I'm not even putting no energy toward the negativity, especially somebody who's not compatible. It don't work like that. But we see it, man. We see it. We see it. I know what I'm saying. I have women that, you know what I'm saying, 10 years, 12 years in the game. You know what I'm saying? One of their homegirls will say, girl, he did this. Girl, I remember when my ex did that. I remember that he this and this. And I'm sitting there like, she not ready. She not ready. And like I said, the thing about me is, women might have said in the past, well, he just left me alone. I left you alone because I seen you wasn't ready. What else is there for me to do? I can't get you ready. That's one thing I can't do as a man. That's like saying a woman can build a man that's for her. I can't do it. But if I see that, like, you're not ready. You're not ready. If you still, you know what I'm saying, hang around the homegirls, you know what I'm saying, and still deal with the homegirls who are on that negativity. Think about it. We men. We think about it. What do you think I would do if, you know what I'm saying, my homeboy was always calling me to my man, these girls ain't nothing. These girls, bro, I don't want to hear that. I'm going to stop taking your call. I'm going to tell them. I'm not on that. I'm not on negativity. Get yourself together, brother. Call me back when you got something positive to talk about. We're not doing that. Family members, none of that. We're not doing that. We are not doing that. So just like I said, if they haven't got past the negativity, if they haven't got any woman, I have so many friends. I have so many friends who have dealt with these challenges. I have, you know what I'm saying, so many friends who weren't healed from the past. And they'll tell you the same thing I'm telling you. They weren't ready. They weren't ready. They were not ready. And they now that they are ready, they are the ones that will say, hey, I wasn't ready. Why did that relationship break up? I don't know, but I knew I wasn't ready. Because they got to the point where they got balance. They got their head together. They got their mind frame right. So they can look back at their old selves and critique. Like, okay, I did this wrong. I did this wrong. But so many of us are perfect to the point where we feel like it's something wrong with somebody that don't want to be with us. Well, if you can't deal with it, no, it's not for us to deal with. It's for you to deal with it. So you don't have the problems. But it never fails. That's right. My saying is, what you see is what you get. You don't change for anybody but yourself. You already know it. You already know it, man. For real, for real. But let's keep going. Number 5. She has to have her own goals. Come on. Come on now. And I'm not going to lie. That's one of the most discouraging things because I'm 52 years old. And people say, okay, well, men say, well, we like younger women because they are moldable. Let me say it. I don't have anything against at all younger women, but me personally, I have always preferred older women. Started young, you know what I'm saying? Like the maturity level of everything, but like the one thing that throws me off as a 52-year-old man is talking to a woman who is 45 and up, and she telling me, I say, what are your goals for the future? And she tells me either I don't know or I want to travel. You know, I just want to live, just general shit. I want to travel. You know, I want to be happy. Like, I want a man who respects me and is only going to be with me and nobody else. Like, you get some of the craziest answers. And the crazy part is, like, some of them even try to, you know, clean it up and polish it up. And, you know, I want to live my life to the fullest. And I want to, like, you're not telling me nothing, though. You're not telling me nothing. Because as a man, like I said, I've always been the type to where I have my goals. I have what I want to accomplish. I realized as a man, I've looked at women from my past generations, on up until now. And a lot of women like to say, oh, women back then was different, this and that, third, you know, this and that. No, they weren't. Women have been women forever. When they say the marriages, all the marriages worked, and this, women have been women forever. Women, back then, I seen, you know, stay-at-home moms with husbands. I seen women, black women with their own business that had husbands. And it worked. It works. So don't try to say just because you're not the stay-at-home type, you want a career, you want your own business, and you want more. You're not like those women back then. That don't, know what I'm saying, means you can't find a man who is for you, who's going to help you accomplish everything you want to accomplish. So she has to have goals, man. She has to have goals. And don't get me wrong, some of the women back then, just like now, some of those goals might be, I want to find a man with purpose. And I want, you know what I'm saying, to help that man and stand by that man and help him achieve his purpose. That may be it. Your purpose may be the best help. Your purpose in life may have been to be the best help in the world. But on the other hand, it may have been to stake your own claim, to pave your own path in this world. And either way, you need to know that, because as a woman, you have to explain that to a man. You have to explain. I'm telling you, women dropping the ball nowadays. I'm a firm believer. I don't care what it is. Whether it's coaching, whether it's meeting people, and anybody that I deal with, men included, would tell you, if I start dealing with somebody, I want to know what you're trying to accomplish in life, because I want to see if I can help you do it. If it's anything I can offer to help that. But if you can't even tell me what your goals are, you're not ready. You are not ready. and there's nothing for us to talk about. So make sure she has her own set of goals, man, and knows what she wants out of life and knows her purpose in her life. But let's move on. Let's move on. Number 6, she respects your boundaries. Check this out. The main boundary that I always had that women have the most problem with is you can't dictate who I deal with. You can't control me. You control you. You can't control who I deal with. You can't tell me, you know what I'm saying, this, you can't tell me that. I'm going to say this as a man. I have had one time in my life, in my 20s, where I can say that women I've dealt with or I've been in relationships with have came together to clash. One time in my life. One time in my life. Because everybody say, you know what I'm saying, that we don't want no drama. We don't this. I don't deal in drama. I don't deal in drama. I had that one situation in my 20s where 2 girls actually got into it and fought each other over me dealing with both of them. That was in my 20s, you know what I'm saying, when I was running around doing my thing. I got to a point in my life where it's honesty all across the board. Like I tell people, I'm never going to be on cheaters. If cheaters pop up on me, I'm going to be the guy to say, hey, this so-and-so, I told you about her. Yeah, because we don't do drama. We, as men, we don't do that. But as men, we have to have our own boundaries. I'm going to deal with who I want to. I respect you dealing with who you want to. Now, when I get to that point where I don't, or I feel like you're dealing with people you shouldn't be dealing with, or this or that, all I can do is bring that to your attention to see how you're going to do it. But I can't tell you not to deal with nobody. I can't tell you about your boundaries. I can't tell you about your boundaries. All I can do is tell you I can respect your boundaries, or I'm not. I'm going to move on. And that's the same thing with women. Because you hurt, because your man cheated on you, because you can't come in a relationship and tell me, well, I want a man who don't deal with no women. Go find somebody else. That's not me. But I'm going to deal with who I want to, because I'm not going to have nobody in my life that's not beneficial, or nobody in my life that's not positive. So, and people will tell you, that woman who was in my life, you know what I'm saying, when you dealing with me, the beautiful thing about that is I've been in so many situations where this woman I'm dealing with tell me, hey, I can't do this, I need your help. And at that moment, I couldn't do it. But being me, I was able to go to another woman and say, hey, she need help. I can't help her right now. Can you help me help her out? And it was done. It was done. It was done. And that's why people can't tell me who to deal with. I've had, you know what I'm saying, women help other women. I've had girlfriends help my girlfriend. I've had my wife help my friend. I've had my friend help my wife in a time of need. Like, I am, like, that is what teamwork is all about. That is what having solid people on your side is all about. So nobody is ever going to tell me that. Anybody that deal with me, you're going to have to respect that. In the same way, me as a person, as a man, would never tell you, I can't deal with you if you dealing with no men. No matter who it is. If I can't deal with you dealing with your ex, that's my problem, not yours. If I can't deal with you, you know what I'm saying, dealing with whoever, that's my problem, not yours. I'm going to handle that. But make sure she respects your boundaries. She doesn't try to control you. She doesn't try to belittle you like women do nowadays, because we are not into you. Oh, you must be gay. Because we not kissing butt. Oh, he feminine. oh, he this, oh, he that. That doesn't bother real men. That just shows your lack of maturity and just makes us like you that much less. Make you that much less. But she doesn't try to control you, belittle you, or compete with your vision. She's not trying to build you into who she wants you to be. She respects you for who you are. She deals with you for who you are. When she gets to the point where she can't deal with you and she can't accept who you are, like in my past, dealing with poly relationships, I've had the women come in and say, yeah, I can deal with it. Because I know women are like, I like him. You know, this is the third, like and then in their mind, we're like, I can change his mind, and I can, no, you can't. So if you can't respect it, don't come in here. And I've had those same, well, I can't deal with it. Okay, well, leave. This was me before you got here. This will be me after. And then they hit you with the control. Well, if you cared about me, no, I cared about you enough to tell you the truth in the beginning and enough to say, rather than you stay here and watch me do me and it hurts you, I care about you enough to tell you to go on because I don't want you hurt. But I don't care enough to change my life to live it how you see fit or to give you that control. So, number 6, man, make sure she respects your boundaries, man. Make sure she respects your boundaries. Number 7, she owns her mistakes. Like this is one of the worst to deal with. This is one of the worst to deal with. If you call out a woman's mistake and she always got an excuse, she's not accountable. She's not accountable. She is not accountable. And that is crazy because, think about it. Like, a person can make a legit, like, just fuck up, but then still argue with it. Still argue with it. You can tell a person, hey, I don't like this. Okay, I won't do it. Boom, they do it later. You confront them. Why you do this? Why you tripping? It's not even that serious. Huh? Didn't we agree that I didn't like this? Didn't you agree not to do this? Well, you did this, or you... That's not accountable, man. She's not owning no mistakes. She's not accountable. That's not accountable. That's not accountable. But let's just say this, being real. That's my bad. Gives you the platform to say, I'm going to do better. If you never did anything wrong, how can you get better? If everything you did has an excuse, how can you get better? Do you even want to get better? Let me say this, man. Just keep it real, keep it simple. Accountability in a woman is sexy as hell because that shows growth. That shows development. That shows me that we are growing together and not growing apart. But blame shifting, that shit is not cute. It's not cute. So make sure, fellas, that she owns her mistakes. Make sure that she is accountable for her mistakes. If she's not ready. She is not ready. Check the time, y'all, because y'all know I'll be going over. Okay. Number 8, she supports you genuinely. Even when you're struggling or unsure, she sees the king in you. And man, let me say this. Let me say this. Because like I tell people, I married a woman that was damaged and I didn't know it. And at the end of the day, as men, as you go through trials and tribulations, it becomes so easy, man, to say, she not the one, or she not this, and she not that, and she not that. You know what I'm saying? But, man, look here. Nothing in this world is more valuable to a man than a woman who genuinely supports him and believes in him, man. Nothing. Nothing. And I'm saying this to say I done been at my lowest with this woman. Never have once this woman's, oh bitch nigga, you ain't got no money, or oh nigga, you ain't this, and my bad with it. But oh, you ain't that, oh you, why would I respect you, and you ain't bringing nothing to the table, or this to that third, this to that third. Like, man, look, that right there would have made me bail so fast. But the genuineness in me saying, hey, this is what I want to do, and her saying, hey, how can I help you? The genuineness is saying, hey, I need this to be able to do this. And the genuineness in her is saying, here. The genuineness in knowing when she's carried the whole load and paid all the bills and paid everything while I'm in school. Never once did she make me feel less than the man I was, the man of the house. And that shit is invaluable. I don't care what nobody say. Salute to those women who genuinely support they got it. And just like I said, she can be flawed, she can be all of this. But if you know that she wants the best for you genuinely, and that she's gonna do whatever she can to see you win, that shit is invaluable. That shit is invaluable. That shit will make you stay and work to build, even when some other shit might rock your boat and make you want to jump ship. So she supports you genuinely, even when you're struggling or unsure. She sees the king in you, bro. She sees the vision. And that shit there gives you strength as a man in your weakest moment, man. So salute to those women, man. Salute to those women who genuinely believe in and support they do. And a lot of y'all men don't even deserve it. I'm gonna keep you real. A lot of y'all don't even deserve that. But in this day and age, I had to put number 10 in her. She's not addicted to attention. She doesn't need 100 likes or DM compliments to feel valid. She's grounded. Again, people see. People tell me all the time, you have separated on your, you know what I'm saying, social media. Man, look, I recognize social media before social media even got to the point where it's at right now. I recognize it early. I recognize the potential early. Early on in our marriage, my wife asked me about a comment one time. And I said, boom, I'm blocking you. I'm blocking you. She said, why? I said, because we're not going to bring social media in our relationship. It's not going to happen. Social media, what goes on social media is not going to dictate my relationship. You know what I'm saying? People have come, I had people go tell my wife, your husband got separated as his relationship status. She said, I know. When I want to see something, I could go on his page. He got me blocked, and it's best. But the thing about it is, if I put you, you know what I'm saying, on page now. She's been on social media long as we've been married. That's like, let me see, I always get it wrong. I say over 13 years. Over 13 years, like, you can go on the social media page if you go to her page now, and her picture that she got on there probably 13 years old. She goes on there to watch stuff. She don't need to post no pictures. She don't need to post no pictures. She don't need likes. She don't need no attention. She knows that the attention that she needs, she get it from me. So those people that I don't knock the women that have to post and have to this and that, but if you have to post certain pictures, if you need validation or you are addicted to attention, there's nothing wrong with that, but you're not ready for a committed relationship. Because men are territorial. We don't need everybody in our mix, especially not with our women. So, yes, my woman still, you know what I'm saying, when I have company over, when I have my brothers over, my wife is still the type, hey, y'all okay? Cool. Okay, I'll be in the back if you need. She don't have to be in attention. If I say, hey, I'm pulling up, I'm going out, I'm this and that third, do you need me to go? I would go and drive you. I would go, but I don't have to be out there. I don't need the attention. I don't have to watch you. I don't. But come on, if you're not a model, if you're not an actress, if you're not on social media marketing or branding, no, what are you doing? What are you doing? Women get mad when they post the sexy pictures and they say men thirsty. No. Who shows their ass like that unless you want people to want the ass? Or is it for sale? Or like what is? Who needs that much attention? But hey man, if you do, that's you, that's cool. I'm not knocking you. But fellas, miss that, man. That ain't what you need. That is not what you need. That's gonna cause more problems. You know what I'm saying? Than it's worth. Number 9, like I said, she's not addicted to attention. Number 10. Number 10, she chooses peace. She chooses peace. She wants love, not chaos. You don't have to suffer to be in a relationship. Simple as that, man. And just like I said, you will know the women who choose peace. Because any person with negativity, she don't deal with them. She don't deal with them. She don't deal with them. Simple as that. Like, and as a man, especially a man with purpose, the last thing you need is somebody else coming with the bullshit. Now think about that. That's what I said. I see this regularly. I see women who can be sitting there chilling with you. This, like I said, get a phone call from somebody else on some madness, and get off the phone call, and now that madness is in them, and that madness infatuate the house and everybody around them. That is not what you need, brother. You need peace. You need a woman who chooses peace above all else. A woman that is willing to quit dealing with her mother if her mother is bringing toxicity and negativity into her life. Because I'm going to keep it real as a man. I protect myself. When I got married, when I got into my committed relationship, that was my only weakness. That is the only way you could get to me, through her, because I know how to cut your ass off. I know how to quit answering your phone calls. I know how to quit pulling up. I know how when I pull up and see you, I know how to leave. So I made that clear to the point. Nobody can get to the point where they can hurt me because I got me, except through your mate. Except through your mate. And because you were putting her as your mate, because you and her become one, anything that she goes through, you're going to go through it too. So if she don't, you know what I'm saying, choose peace, she not for you, brother. She not for you. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. We're not going to trip. We're not going to front. We're not going to stunt. But before we wrap up, let me go back through, man. For anybody that missed anything, I want to make sure you get this. Number 1, she knows who she is. She's not out here looking for a man to fix her or fill a void. She's solid by herself. Getting with you is not going to do nothing to make it better. She's emotionally stable. She knows how to manage emotions without drama, games, or toxic behavior. Number 3, she communicates clearly. No guessing games. She says what she means and listens to understand when it's your turn. Number 4, she's healed from the past. Number 5, she has her own goals. Number 6, she respects your boundaries. Number 7, she owns her mistakes and is accountable. Number 8, she supports you genuinely. Number 9, she's not addicted to attention. And number 10, she chooses peace. Talk to me now. Which of these signs have you seen or missed in your past? Talk to me, fellas. Let's talk. Ladies, do you feel ready? Y'all ready? Do y'all feel like you're ready, or are you willing to admit that you got some stuff to work on? Talk to me, let me know something. Talk to me and let me know something. Let me say this, man. My goal is to fix the hood, fix the community. Like, you can't fix the hood, you can't fix nothing without fixing what's going on inside our homes and inside our minds. We can't. That's where it starts. We have to fix what's going on in our head. We have to fix the issues that we deal with, and then we have to fix our issues at home. I can't be a good husband. I can't even be ready to be a good husband until I fix me. And that means dealing with my issues, doing the work that it takes to become a better me. And women, it's just what it is. If you comfortable being you comfortable with your flaws, and you want somebody to be comfortable with your flaws, tell him that, let him decide. If he's not comfortable with them, cool. It's cool, because no. You don't get to just say, well, I'm comfortable with it, so everybody got to be comfortable with it. That's not how it works. Do the work. Do the work. Do the work. Stop chasing chemistry and start chasing character, man. It means so much more, fellas. Just because she got a big booty, she got a cute face, that means nothing. A big booty and a cute face, like they said, that is poison, as Belle Biv DeVoe said. That shit will cause you more heartache, you know what I'm saying, stress and pain than you can even deal with. For real. For real. Well, if you want help leveling up in your life, your mindset, or your relationships, hit me up. Let's get together. Tap in at IamTobyO'Neal.com. Hit me up. Sign up for a free consultation, man. Free coaching session. This is Mr. O'Neal and the P-Ave Perspective, reminding you, your past doesn't define you, but your perspective can build your future. Man, look, I'll see y'all next week. I appreciate y'all tuning in, and I hope y'all have a great weekend, man. Peace from the P-Ave Perspective.